This is Mama Joy again. I did a little video to tell you what was going on with me. And today I'm getting my results back from all the tests. So I wanted to share with you some things this morning before I do a cooking video. And the first thing is I'm going to share my flour. And it's not because it's gold medal, but it's because it is unbleached. And this is what I use. This is almost only flour I use, nearly. And the reason that I use unbleached is because when they bleach the flour, they bleach out a lot of the nourishment and things that are good for you that's in the flour. And that's why I always use unbleached. And I know that I've heard some people say that they can't get unbleached in some of the other brands. But I know that the store brand that I go to has an unbleached one. But, and I think King Arthur has unbleached. I'm pretty sure that White Lily doesn't. But I may be wrong on that. And they may be going to start doing that. But there's several other brands that come in unbleached, and that's why I like to use unbleached, because it has more of the nourishment in the flour. If you bleach out the flour, it takes away a lot of things out of the flour. So that's why I use unbleached. And the other thing that I wanted to show you, that I told you that I got in Florida, and they're a little dried. The tops are dried off now, but is this onion. I used to get this when I lived in Florida. I lived in Davenport for 3 years, and with my daughter, Michelle, and we went to the farmer's market a lot, usually on the weekends, and a lady that was there was selling these, and I asked her, I said, what kind of onions are those? And she said, they're strawberry onions. And she said they call them that because they grow them in the strawberries. In Plant City is the strawberry capital, I think, of the United States. But they plant the strawberries alongside they plant the onions alongside the strawberry plants. And it deters the bugs and stuff from eating the strawberry plants. And usually these are really, really sweet. They say the bigger they are, the sweeter they are. And but they have a good flavor. And Eric bought me a box of them, and we brought home. And I've shared some with everybody. And I just wanted to show you. I've tried to find these everywhere. I've looked online, and they will ship them to you from Plant City, but they are only in season for a couple of months. They started the festival, the strawberry festival, in March when we were down there, and I think it goes through March and April. I'm not sure if they harvest any after April or not, but they're usually 2 months, and they're hard to find. But anyway, I wanted to show you this because I have hunted and hunted and hunted for these, and I was so glad to get them when we got down there in Florida. It's been over a month, I think, since we've been down there. I was home, maybe not quite that long, but I was home for 2 weeks with COVID. When we got home back from Florida, Eric and I both got COVID. And then I had to stay home and everything, and couldn't go anywhere. And then when I got over the COVID and got done with my quarantine, I went to Michelle's and I stayed almost 2 weeks there. With my granddaughter, because Larry and Michelle was going on vacation. And I got to visit with her, and Jordan was there, and Parker, and Hadley, and Claire. And I'm back home now, but had to go to the urgent care while I was out there, and I had a problem with my kidneys and an infection, and so I had to take antibiotics for that, and I was still having back pain. So I came home and went back to the doctor, and I'm waiting for my rest of my tests to come in today. So anyway, as I go along, I'm going to try to give you some other tips that I'm doing until I get ready to do a video. But I'm trying to work up to starting back to getting some cooking videos on for you. And I'm going to get off for now, and when I have something that I want to share with you, I'm going to come back on and I'll put this all together in one video. Thanks for watching me, and thanks for waiting on me to get back on. Alrighty, I've got another tip for you. I may have told you this before, but I'm going to share this with you again. Since we've been talking about onions, but I wanted to show you, I have a pure water filter that I keep on my faucet to get impurities out of my water also. But the thing I wanted to show you was when you peel onions or chop onions and you have that onion smell on your hand, if you have a stainless steel faucet, you just come over and take your hand and go like that, and it'll take every bit of that smell off of your hand that smells like onion. Try it. There's you can buy little stainless steel things, little round things that you can do that with, but you don't have to do that if you have a stainless steel sink, and all you have to do is rub your hand on that, and that onion smell will go away. So I wanted to share that with you. And then I was going to share, I'm going to make me some oats for breakfast. And I know that you all know how to make oats, but I use quick oats that cooks in about a minute. I don't use the instant, I use the quick. And this calls for 1 cup of water for 1 serving. So I have a cup of water that I'm going to put in my pan and bring that to a boil. You need to add just a dash of salt. And this is what I call a dash. And I have a half a cup of oats already measured out. And that when this comes to a boil, I'm going to put my oats in here and cook them for 1 minute. And then I will come back and show you what I do to finish my oats up. And you can do them however you want, but I'm just going to show you what I do when I make my oats. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. My video switched to photo instead of video. My water came to a boil. I added my half a cup of oats. I added a tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I just covered it over for a little bit for it to get thickened up a little. And this is what it looks like. Now, if you don't want to put brown sugar in here, you can add regular sugar, you can add Splenda, honey, whatever you like. And also, I eat my oats just like this. I don't put any cream or milk or anything on them, but you can. I'm just showing you how I do mine. And then I usually eat a couple of pieces of toast with it, and that makes it very, very good. So I hope I'll be able to get some more videos done soon. And I hope that you bear with me, and thanks for sticking around while I've been off. And I'm going to taste this and make sure that it's sweet enough. Then I'm going to toast me some toast. Just right, just perfect. The right amount of brown sugar. And I'm gonna fix some toast, sit down and eat, and I'll see you soon. Okay, I decided to come back on here and tell you, whoops, my toast is done. I've got me some tea steeping in my cup, and it's going to steep for about 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna butter my toast real quick while it's still warm from the toaster. This tea that I'm making is plantation mint. It's a spearmint tea, and it's very, very good, and it's by Bigelow. I'm going to show you the package, and I'm going to add some honey to it, and I'm going to add just a splash of milk. Now, we had a neighbor that lived by us in Florida. Her name was Jenny. She was from England. She was the sweetest girl. And she gave me this recipe for this tea, except this is not the kind of tea that she told me to use. And I've got it wrote down. I can't remember the name of it because it's hard for me to find sometimes. But this is the tea that I'm using, and it'll still be just as good. And it's Bigelow Plantation Mint, and it is a spearmint tea, and it's flavored with natural spearmint leaves. And I'm gonna steep this for 3 minutes. I've got the lid on my coffee cup, and then I'm gonna add some honey, and I'm gonna add just a splash of milk. That's what she said to do, just a splash of milk. And it's gonna be very, very good. And, but I'm gonna go ahead and start eating. When my tea gets done, I'll come back. Oh, I'm having trouble as usual. I didn't play all of it when I came back to show you what I did with the tea, but I did put a teaspoon of honey, and you can add however much you need, and then I added just a splash of milk, just very little milk, and stirred that up, and it's so good. I'm still drinking on it. But I wanted to mention to you about the honey again, and I know I've told you this before also. But when you get honey, when you go to buy honey, if you can go to a farmer's market, that would be great, or a store like Sprouts or something like that, and get honey that has been harvested in the county that you live in. And if you do that, if you have any allergies, it will help with your allergies because it's in the county that you live in. And the bees have pollinated in that county. So that's a good thing to remember about your honey. And try to get raw honey if you can. Try to get raw honey that has not been processed in any way or heated. It is the best for you, and it has everything in it that you need. When they heat it and process it, it takes out a lot of good things out of the honey. So I wanted to remind you of that. And anyway, like I said, I'm finishing up my tea, and it was so good. And thanks, Jenny, for telling me how you people in England make it. You make it very good, because I never did like to drink hot tea, and I like it this way. It is so good. I'm gonna be trying to get some more videos done for you, and I'll see you soon. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications. See you soon. Have a great day.